Hey there, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. What a glorious summer-like day across Western Washington. Check this out. As of Sunday evening, everybody is seeing blue skies. Bellingham, Everett, Seattle, Tacoma, north to the south. We are all tapping into this unseasonably warm weather. Today is the warmest day of the week for everybody. Tomorrow, it'll still be warm for Puget Sound. It will still be well above average, but it will be just a little bit cooler. Around the coast, you are going to see a rapid cool down for tomorrow, a good 20 degrees of cooling. That is a sign of the changing times. So far as of Sunday evening, these are the observed temperatures so far in the day. This could still change here, but this is about where we will end for the day. 70s into the 80s. 80s along the coast. Quileute 83, Hoquiam observed 81. SeaTac also hit 81 along with Tacoma at 80, Olympia at 84. So definitely the warmer temperatures were down to the south and along the coast as well. This is the warmest we'll get, but it will still stay above average into tomorrow. So here's a look at what this is as far as records are concerned. And yes, this is record-breaking heat. Some just preliminary locations. I'm sure we'll add more once the day wraps up and we get a full list from the National Weather Service. But Bellingham observed 76 degrees on Sunday. The record for this date, May 3rd, is 74 degrees. So record-setting heat, well above that seasonal average of 61 degrees. SeaTac hit 81. The record is 77. So shattered that record. 64 is normal. And Olympia also shattered the record of 80 degrees with a high of 84 degrees, much warmer than that normal 63 degrees. So record-breaking heat, May 3rd. May is starting on a warm note. As we head into our late night hours on Sunday into early Monday morning, we will cool things down. Temperatures, once the sun sets, eventually getting into the 70s and then 60s. We'll hold on to those 60s through about midnight and then into our early morning hours getting into the 50s. So yes, you will be able to open up those windows once the sun sets, let in some fresh air. These are our lows for the morning. So lows will be in the 50s, which is also a little bit warmer, but still much nicer than those 70s and 80s. Take advantage of the fresh air while you can, because I'm sure if you're like me, you have yet to set up your portable air conditioning unit in your home. So I'm sure many of us were sweltering on Sunday. You want to set it up though, because Monday is also going to be a warm one. Here's a look at our observed our expected highs for Monday. Starting with the San Juans, we're looking at highs right around 70 degrees, so a little bit more comfortable there. For Whatcom and Skagit counties closest to the water, we're into the 70s, but as you push inland, we're into those 80s with the exception of our higher elevations. Baker looking at those low 60s. As we take you down to Island County, also right around 70 degrees, give or take a little bit. Snohomish County, upper 70s as you're closer to I-5, but then once you head east into the foothills, really east of Monroe, east of Oso, east of Granite Falls, that's where we get into those low 80s. So it will still be another warm one for our foothill communities. Into King County, we're also hovering right around 80 degrees, so another warm day across King County. Kitsap County, same situation, 80 degrees, give or take. Same thing in Pierce and Thurston counties. This is relief, though. We were in the mid-80s for Sunday, so that is a couple degrees of cooling, but it will still be nice and warm outside. Heading down I-5 into Oregon, we're into the upper 70s, but then check out the coast. Look at that difference. Just head to the coast. That is where we will see our coolest conditions on Monday. We're getting this marine push that's going to push cool, fresh air into the region. It's first hitting the coast and then it will hit Puget Sound. But for Monday, it's just impacting our coastal communities. So they are the only ones that are going to tap into the cooling to start. So highs for Monday, 50s into the 60s. That is 20 plus degrees of cooling compared to Sunday. We see low 70s through the Strait, 70s to around 80s around Hood Canal, and then our Olympics, depending on where you are, into the 60s or 70s. We will see plentiful sunshine on Monday, so another day of gorgeous blue skies. Temperatures into the 70s most of the days with those highs at 80 degrees, which oftentimes happens just before sunset. That's when we're at our warmest point of the day because the atmosphere just spent all day long warming up. Here's that marine push, so some light clouds along the coast. Really, it's just cooler air to start on Monday. Then that enhances into Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning for you. Everybody will tap into that morning marine push. A gray start to the morning. Some light drizzle will be possible, especially along the coast, but then it dissipates and breaks during the day. So this is by Tuesday evening. We will see sunshine once again. And that is going to be the pattern through the end of this week. Morning marine push brings some cloudy skies, gray conditions, and that really slows that daytime warming so that we will see a pretty drastic cool down into the next couple of days. The cooling continues into Tuesday, still above average. Normal for this time of year is low 60s. So when we see low 70s, that's still 10 degrees warmer than normal, but we will eventually cool down back to normal by Friday. Friday is the coolest day of the week, mid 60s. Much closer to normal for this time of year. In fact, right on track with normal for this time of the year, but it's short-lived. We'll warm things back up. So overall, the next 7 days are going to stay much warmer than normal for this time of the year, especially into Monday, but then we'll slowly bring that relief back. It'll still be warm, it'll still be sunny, it'll still be really pleasant out there, but not quite as sweltering as what we observed Sunday and what we are going to observe on Monday. That is a look at your King 5 forecast. Be sure to stay with the King 5 weather team as we bring you the very latest. Have a great week, everybody.